I'm Dr. Christine Whelan, a recent bride and relationship columnist. Brides, I get it. Let's get your questions answered.
I'm Father Eric Andrews, a Paulist priest who prefers funerals to weddings. Welcome to another webisode of The Princess, the Priest, and the War for the Perfect Wedding.
Hi, I'm Colleen.
Hi, I'm Saul.
And we just recently got engaged. And we have a few questions because I'm Catholic and Saul is...
Well, I'm Jewish. And naturally, I'm wondering about children. If we have a Catholic wedding, are our children going to be constrained to the Catholic tradition, or can we also introduce them and ingratiate them with the Jewish tradition?
It seems like we can blend a lot of various different traditions into the celebration itself, but as we always say, you know, the wedding is just one day, but the marriage is a lifetime, and part of the lifetime of marriage might be children. Because when I got married in the Catholic Church, my husband and I had to promise in front of the priest and all our friends and family that we would raise our children Catholic. Now, we're both Catholics, so that wasn't really an issue, but I would imagine that would be kind of an awkward moment up there for an interfaith couple. How do you decide whether the children get raised in the Jewish faith or the Catholic faith, or whether you throw up your hands and say no faith at all?
And I think Rabbi Jill would certainly agree with me that couples, you need to have this conversation about how you're going to raise your children.
Yes, I think it's very important for a couple to at least open the conversation, to talk about how they feel, frankly. You wouldn't want to promise anything before your wedding that you weren't committed to. I encourage couples to teach their children about both of their religious heritages. The parent who has the strongest association with his or her religion can take the lead. When they get to be adults, we don't know how they'll feel. If they're raised as Catholics, they may feel, well, I really think I have a Jewish soul. Or if they're raised as Jews, they may say, I really feel Catholic inside. And then they will choose as adults. But to give them a religious identity means they don't have to choose between mom and dad when they're growing up, and they don't have to become lost souls without a religion.
Yeah, absolutely. I've spoken to more than a few students whose parents decided to let them choose, or the parents couldn't decide and they just figured they just wait till their child was old enough to make the decision. And they tell of stories of how when their friends were going to First Communion or Bar Mitzvah and they were left out, how difficult that was for them. They were without really an identity and a core, and really wanted to seek that out later in their lives. So I totally agree. An identity is so crucial growing up. Only the Catholic is really obliged to sign a statement that says that he or she will remain a Catholic and will do all in his or her power to rear the child Christian and have them baptized and reared in the Catholic faith. But it's really the way that is written gives wiggle room, because we wouldn't want couples to break apart because of baptizing a child. So it's up to the Catholic to bring that conversation to the table.
We do children a great service by giving them a relationship to God in their early years. And they can celebrate all the fun holidays while they're young. They can celebrate the Jewish holidays with their grandparents and that side of the family. They can celebrate the Christian holidays with the other side.
And from a child's perspective, it's like double the presents and double the holidays and double the fun. So that sounds kind of exciting too.
Well, Hallmark is carrying those cards, those Chrismukkah cards out there. They're available. I've seen them places. So there's kind of an awareness that families are seeking to merge the two traditions together. And the great thing about the Catholic faith, among other Christian denominations, its keen awareness of its Jewish roots and identity. And I think you can really see that when you look at the Jewish wedding ritual and the Catholic wedding ritual. There's so much similarities there in terms of this ritual structure.
Okay, so really communication is going to be key prior to the wedding and really on through the marriage, not only on this issue, but on all sorts of other issues. So communicating about each of your individual faith backgrounds and how you envision raising a family in each faith. So I got to say congratulations on your engagement to Colleen and Saul, and thank you so much to Rabbi and Father for sharing their thoughts. And best wishes to all the couples out there who are considering an interfaith marriage.
Mazel tov.
God bless. All the best.